Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back from my hiatus. I've been really enjoying the 6th gen scene, so I decided I wanted to upload again, share with everybody. But as you can see, my quality isn't exactly stellar. So unless a very kind person wants to record my videos for me, this is the best I can do. I hope everyone can still enjoy it. Yeah, so let's get into it. My opponent here leads off with an Espeon, and I go into my new sat Zaru, my 6th gen sat. He's running from the fake out here, which is pretty typical, and he goes into his Clefable, which takes it really well. Yeah, it eats it up pretty much. And I go for the taunt because, you know, it's a Clefable. You know what it does. And then I decide to just go for the return and just start whacking things, which is really a bad idea, because Anipom comes in really helpful late game, and mid game, and any game really. It's just a fantastic Pokemon. I don't know why it's not OU actually, because it's always been good. But yeah, I decided just to start whacking things, and I end up sacking it because of the Life Orb damage and whatnot. I almost take out this Rotom here, but I don't manage to take it out completely. I take myself out with the Life Orb, and he gets off a rest. He's running the very common Resto Chesto Rotom that you're seeing everywhere these days. So at least I got rid of its Chesto Bear, so it can't do this again. You know, that's the silver lining, I guess. Now I go into my Hollow here, because it's resists both its stabs. And he's going to run away and go into his Clefable. I predicted that, since Clefable can eat up both Leech Seed and Will-O-Wisp, but I decided just to go for it anyway because I had a lot more to lose by predicting wrong. And I'm predicting right because he can't really touch me. Now I go into my Crobat, who resists the Moonblast. I can do some good damage to this thing. And as he heals himself back up with Moonlight, now he's going to bounce and send in his Espeon, which puzzled me. I don't know why he didn't go into his Rotom, because Espeon obviously isn't going to take out Crobat, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't know what an Espeon was going to magic bounce back at me, because Crobat doesn't really do anything like that, unless it's taunt or something. So his Espeon goes away without doing anything, which is fine with me. And I get a clean switch in, and I'm going to go into the big boss, the man, Explode, the wall breaker extraordinaire. There is no safe place from a Boomburst, people. Look, he thinks this Clefable is a special wall or special tank or something. Explode doesn't know the meaning of special wall. Explode just destroys things. It is such a good Pokemon. In OU in any day is awesome. Anyway, the Mega Kangaskhan is coming out. It's going to use Power Up Punch, I predict that, and I go into my Gourgeist, who is a perfect counter for Mega Kangaskhan pretty much. The only thing a Mega Kangaskhan can do to a Gourgeist is Shadow Claw, but no one runs Shadow Claw because everyone is running Sucker Punch. And Sucker Punch isn't going to work, since I can just Will-O-Wisp or Leech Seed, and Sucker Punch does nothing. So Gourgeist is a perfect counter. I predicted his switch into this Talonflame. That's why I went for Leech Seed instead of Will-O-Wisp. Talonflame is the biggest threat on his team. The only counter I have is my Tyranitar, as you can see here. Other than this, he could well just wreak havoc through my entire team. He decides to set up here, which probably not the best idea, considering that he should know that I have the Tyranitar. But it works for me because I don't take the damage. And he gets a little bit more Sandstorm and Leech Seed. So he's going to run away, as he should, and send in his Rotom. And despite what I just said about setting up too early, I am going to go for Dragon Lance after Mega Evolving. Hopefully to get off a nice clean early sweep, or at least to do some serious damage to his team. So I'm going to try to KO this Rotom in one hit. So that means going for a Stone Edge, and hoping that finishes it off. Luckily it hits, but unluckily it does not KO. So he's going to get off the Will-O-Wisp, and T-Tar is not going to be sweeping a floor. Never mind his team. But it's still my only answer to the Talonflame. So it's very important for me that I don't just stat T-Tar now, but I keep it alive so I can switch it in if he ever brings back in his Talonflame. And I luckily got the Rotom all the way. Those things are a pain. I see them way too much. In comes the Garchomp. Like I said, I don't want to stat T-Tar, so I'm gonna go out into my Gourgeist, my Hollow, because it can gobble up the Earthquake, and it can take anything else pretty much. I see it has the Lumberry, so if I want to burn this thing, I'm gonna have to use Will-O-Wisp on it twice. So I, filed that away for future reference. I took the Iron Head. I guess he was predicting a switch into Crobat or something. That did nothing, as you can see. So I predicted this switch into Talonflame again, and that's why I used Shadow Sneak, because I need to start getting some damage on this Talonflame. I'm hoping that it wears itself down with its recoil. So what I'm going to do is go into my T-Tar, obviously. As I said, the reason T-Tar is still around is because of Talonflame. It's the only answer I have to it. And he's going to decide to Swords Dance. Fine by me. I'm just hoping here that he chooses to attack T-Tar and not try to save his Talonflame, because I want him to burn out the Talonflame on T-Tar, because the only reason T-Tar is there is for Talonflame. So if I can get it taken out with T-Tar, that'll be the best. Brave Bird obliterates me with a crit. I just realized that, but I don't think the crit mattered at all, considering he had a Swords Dance. And you see, this is the reason why I should have kept Ambipom around. Because Ambipom, most people run Adamant Talonflame, right? So Ambipom is actually faster than most Talonflame, and therefore Fake Out will hit before Brave Bird. But I sacked Ambipom stupidly, so I have to sacrifice my Crobat just for the recoil damage. But at least the Talonflame is gone, biggest threat out of the way, and I can go into my Hollow here, because I believe he only has this Kangaskhan and the Garchomp, and Hollow is a good counter for both. Talonflame can do Kangaskhan can do nothing, so he withdraws, sends in the Garchomp on a Will-O-Wisp. He should have really gone into the Garchomp first on that double down, but since he didn't, I'm able to get off the Will-O-Wisp, burn his Lumberry, and then go for another Will-O-Wisp this turn. He knows that that's going to happen, so he goes for the Swords Dance, because since he knows that he's going to end up burned, he wants to get to +6 so that his attacks can still be menacing. I just want to get some residual damage on him, because I know that once I can get this thing gone and I still have Gourgeist alive, then I've won, because Kangaskhan can't do anything to Gourgeist. So I just need to take this thing out and keep Gourgeist alive. As I was saying, he's going for the +6, so I know I can stay in and feed him. I guess I also could have switched into Explode if I really predicted that, because Explode could take a burn +4, I think, probably could take a burn +4, Outrage or Earthquake, and Boom Burst it. But anyway, this works fine too, because I just Shadow Sneak it and get it to lower than half. And now what I'm thinking is that I need to sack one of my guys. Since I need to keep Gourgeist alive, I don't want it to take whatever this Garchomp's going to throw at me, Outrage I guess. So I want to sack one of my guys so that I can come in and Shadow Sneak it. Now, in case I get into a pinch, I want it to be the guy who's most likely to take out a Kangaskhan in one hit after taking a hit. And I figure that's going to be Explode. So I sat Volcarona instead. Either way, once my plan works out, I won't need either of them. But that's why I chose Volcarona instead of Explode. and he's at such low health now that I can go back in with Gorgeist and take him out with a solid Shadow Sneak. All he has left, as I said, is the Kangaskhan. Gorgeist is at almost full health. If Gorgeist was at a quarter health, it would probably be just as fine against Kangaskhan. But yeah, so I pretty much won here. He's going to just go for Earthquake, just that I guess he feels like he's doing something. But it's gonna do nothing, and then I'm gonna burn him. And since he's a good man, he's just gonna forfeit instead of forcing me to stall him out and all of that. So that was a good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy what I'm gonna upload in the future. I hope my quality can get better in the future. But until then, hope you stick with me and keep on enjoying. So, peace out.